60 for 60, minutes in an hour. I had a thought. When I was finding out the middle of the night, it was 11:52, like I said, but it was 11:52 and I think it was like 14 seconds or something. And the thing is like the seconds matter because the sun moves very quickly when you like zoom in, right? And you try to find the exact center. And it will be off if the seconds are wrong. And so I realized, like, it's so funny because I stopped writing and I like, this is why I think the Holy Spirit like was really leading me into this. I just had this like thought, this really strong thought. It has to be over 59 and not 60 because you're translating these minutes into a day equivalent. And so it would be, if you put 60, it would be like saying 60 minutes and then like 14 seconds, right? And that would be the equivalent of saying the entire month plus a little bit, and 14 seconds is more on the Mazzaroth. It's a longer time period. It would be like saying a chunk of the day into the next month. So I was like, I have to find out. I have to put it as if it would be, it wouldn't be passing into the next month, right? I hope that makes sense. And so the Holy Spirit must have led me right because I did 52 over 59 minutes, okay, equals X, we're trying to find X, over 29, and that's 20, there's 20, I counted properly, guys, sunset to sunset, there's 29 days in that month, all right? So I'm trying to find out the 52-minute equivalent into 1 month, into 29 days, and the answer is 25.559. And if you round that to one decimal place, it's 25.6, which is the midnight cry. And so I was telling my husband, like, he's really into math as well. The likelihood that it's the same number to the decimal point is really wild to me. That is God. That is God, okay? The craftingness. And just to show you, I did a flow chart of variations again to see if this number would come up again. It does not. It does not, and I'll show you. It does actually, it's like, for example, the closest one is 25.067, but if you properly round it, it would be 25.1. So let me show you. And so there you go. You can see right on the right side, all those numbers with the decimal points to 3 numbers, 3 places, none of them equal 25.6. All right? And so to me, this would be like the equivalent of God like stamping in place, like February 15 is my day for the midnight cry. He shows you in 2 different ways, all right? And so I think the first calculation had its purpose at the time, but he's showing me the proper calculation from the crescent moon. And by the way, this is even more of an anomaly because every single night, the crescent moon every single month, the crescent moon is different. So it's just like, imagine like all these moving pieces and somehow it just mathematically like comes together so beautifully. This can only be God, guys. This is like this perfect timepiece that he pressed play on the 4th day of creation, and thousands of years later, it's like perfectly telling his time. Okay, unbelievable. He knows the beginning from the end, Alpha and Omega. And so this is where I realized, okay, God is speaking, and he's showing me that the crescent moon is his marker. All right. And so here's the funny thing is, I'll get into the, what is the true beginning of this month we're in right now, and why these moon sighting websites, I'm not going to say this websites, but why they're incorrect. Okay. And why I know this video is 100% from God. Okay. I do not say that lightly. But, I just want to quickly clarify. I'm not saying they're incorrect every single month, but I'm saying that I know for this month that we're in, remember that I've covered in my previous videos, we're in the 3rd hour, which is the equivalent of saying the 9th hour, okay? The Ophiuchus hour. And I haven't checked previous months, but I know that this month their moon sighting is wrong, okay? Somebody, either there was an accidental photo submitted or there was a false photo submitted. I don't want to put any accusations, but I'm going to show you why it's wrong so that you guys have the information and don't have to just trust whatever a woman is saying on YouTube. And then I'm going to tell you what the real date is, all right? What the first, and this 100% matters, and I'll get into it in a second. Okay, so here you can see the photo. I'm not going to say when this photo is, which website posted this photo, because I'm not here to start anything. But I want to tell you why this photo is impossible to be the date that they're saying it is. So let me try to get a little closer. I know the moon is really small, but consider how thick the line is, all right? So they claim that this photo was taken in Jerusalem. As you can tell in the photo, is not really taken from a super high up spot, although, you know, there could be some leeway there, but it's not like super, super high. But that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't change anything anyways. So they say it's in Israel. They say that it was taken by somebody who has 25 years of experience. Well, they say this for all their photos. They don't, to be honest, there's no source. They say 8 people have seen this. And they say that it was taken at 7:58 p.m. All right? And so I know this is probably a little bit heavier, okay? But it's really important. There is world records. Okay, so first I want to say this moon, if it was photographed at 7:53 p.m. in Israel, I did the math. Okay, I'm very, very like detail orientated, okay? This moon would have to be approximately 10 hours old. And you're welcome to look this up on Stellarium. All right, the new moon ended just over 10 hours before this photo was taken, according to this, according to many of these sites that are using this source. Okay, there's no real source. It's just a photo and them saying, hey, the month started, and here's a list of names, okay? It is physically impossible to take a picture with, it looks like about maybe a DSLR, possibly a phone, of a 10-hour-old moon crescent, okay? There are world records for the earliest crescent moon ever photographed, and also the earliest naked eye sighting of a crescent moon. And so even if, like I told you, all of the conditions are right, and there's a time period in which you can see, and as like I said, the lower down the illumination percentage, the closer to zero it is, the more extremely rare it starts to become. Okay, this is why there's world records for these two things. All right, the earliest photo ever taken of a new moon is actually at the very first second the crescent appears. So it's literally impossible for the human eye to see. And this person, I'll show you a picture of it. So this moon is at its like first sliver, okay? Not able to be seen with the naked eye. It was photographed with special technology that it's claimed to be an unbeatable feat. They used near-infrared wavelengths, so special technology, and they also stacked multiple images, all right? And this was taken in 2013. And this would be like, kind of, you would consider it in the 0.01% phase, all right? So you can imagine how special it is to capture something that small, all right? This would be a 3% moon, okay? Right there, as you can see, it's very, very skinny. This moon is 3%, 2.9 to be exact. So it would be like saying 0.02, okay, moon phase. This is more than 24 hours old. and it's